This is J&J Studio. Thanks for stopping in. We got another wonderful video for you. Here we go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Another J&J Studio video.
There's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms today. Here's my 3-day forecast. Today's map. Here's the severe weather forecast. Today, tomorrow, Sundays, the bullseye shifts to central Texas. Tornadoes outlook today. Hail outlook for today. Wind outlook for today. Tornado outlook for tomorrow. Hail outlook for tomorrow. Wind outlook for tomorrow. Sunday, severe weather outlook. Here's the national map. Here's the national map for tomorrow. National map for Sunday. The bullseyes in Texas. Here's tornado outlook. National. For today. Hail damage for today. National. Wind damage. Wind for today. National. Saturday, tornado outlook. Very small area. Southwest Oklahoma. Here's the hail concern area on the map. Bullseye, southwest Oklahoma. This is tomorrow. Wind. Sunday. Severe weather outlook. Texas gonna be busy. It's precipitation maps. Futurecast. This is how much rainfall we can expect next few days. Here's the weather maps. Just breaking down what to expect. This is what you can see in the storms today. Here's the timing of the storm. This is what you can see with tomorrow's storms. This is the timing and rest. This is the temperature trends. This is National Weather Service forecast. Here's what to see today's storm again. Here's the weather map for today. Supercell that formed there. Kansas, Oklahoma water. Heading to Osage County. That's the only storm in the state. That's what the new studio is starting to look like. Got some cam. I need to make this box smaller. But here's all the current condition, and here's all the concern with this storm so far. Health threat. This is storms. Here's the new server right there. Server number 1. Server number 2. That's the security camera system. And Skycam. You come off Dropbox. Going through IP. But yeah, this is pretty much the setup right now. Just temporary. Here's the TV up there. We have to fix the antenna. And here's another monitor right here for radar and maps. And over here probably be something else. And we have a couple more things we have to do in here before we can use this for our live. So now we have to hop back to the studio still and go live in there. Here we go. Let me shut this stuff down. Shut the monitors off, I meant. This is a heater in a AC and heat pump in it. Still got a lot of work to do. But we got 2 servers going here now. That's 24/7. Then we're gonna have to put this, the green screen up and editing computer and an actual weather computer in here. We have storms that are starting to develop up to the north on the border of Oklahoma and Kansas, pretty much Osage County. I think this. You look to the north, you can kind of see it. We're already starting to get development. We got 1 thunderstorm trying to get its act up. Got hail up to 3/4. It looks pretty much clear skies in Stillwater, Oklahoma right now. Okay, we're back at the studio. This right here is the first thunderstorm warning. 3/4 size hail earlier. And the blue indicates the area of concern that we'll be watching. So we're gonna start turning stuff back on.
Pets. And we're going to take a live look outside right now from our Lucky Star Skycam network. It is a beautiful Friday, but we could see some storms tonight. Justin has a look at the 9-day forecast coming up.
Attention all seniors. You can now get up to $50,000 for your funeral and other final expenses, including your credit card debt, with no medical exam, starting at less than $1 a day.
Come on over, it's your turn.
Okay, Dad. It's great having the whole family back together like this.
I couldn't agree
Meet this
more.
crap.
To tell you the truth, I'm just happy.
Okay, that's what everything's looking like. We got some lighting.
Go ahead. Imagery 080-665-669, flash of rain. Clear 424.
Alright, 37.
Have a great.
Here we go.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News Now starts now.
Well, it is sunny and warm today, but rains and
354.
storms return tonight, and with some severe weather threats. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Pierce in for Lisa. Let's take a live look now from our Lucky Star Skycam network. It hasn't rained in Oklahoma City in a few weeks, so we do need the rain.
Yeah, we definitely need the rain.
Justin Rudisell is in the Bond Mills Weather Center, and we want to know how this rain is really going to impact weekend plans. We've got Mother's Day in 2 days.
Yeah, hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. We have a couple waves of showers and thunderstorm chances heading our way. One here this evening, and then another one tomorrow evening into Mother's Day. It's not going to wash. It's not going to be a washout of a weekend. Tomorrow will be sunny and warm, much like it is right now. Well, again, we're going to have to watch out for the possibility of some isolated to scattered thunderstorms developing northwest of the metro as early as 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. But
4 o'clock now.
Oklahoma City, that broken line with a cold front will move across the area maybe as early as 5 in our far northwest counties out towards Kingfisher, El Reno. For the heart of the metro here across Oklahoma County between about 6 and 8. Wind and hail, lightning, very low tornado threat with this event, even over the weekend. And tomorrow, a lot of sunshine, hot, humid, but then storms start to develop off northwest Oklahoma during the evening hours, and then here in the metro, late evening, overnight. That'll continue into Mother's Day. By Mother's Day afternoon, Sunday afternoon, some of the data says we hang on to the clouds and a little bit of rain, but Mother's Day afternoon definitely looks drier than the morning hours. Right now, we are dry and sun-filled, cold front off towards the northwest, and with a couple clouds, marginal moisture, and that will limit the amount of severe weather with these storms.
Cool.
But it'll also help them become a little gusty in nature. A lot of wind possibly out these storms, as right now we're in the middle to upper 70s with a south breeze that is gusty in nature, 15 to 25. So your metro planner here, dry through the afternoon here across metro between about 5 and 8. There's those storm chances with the possibility of some severe weather, and again, more chances of heavy rain, maybe some severe weather over the weekend. So hopefully, much needed rainfall is heading our way. Details on that here coming up.
Let me remind Oklahomans, the grand jury said there was no wrongdoing. There's nothing wrong. If there was anything.
Clear, County, thank you.
Western Osage County, and he said nickels and dimes, quarters, and just under.
Osage County,
ball
that's
size.
all I'm
So that
just
is a
talking about.
live shot from Bow. That hail, it is coming down. All right, back to Links 1. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock tonight for all the counties in blue. We have that one severe storm up north. Here comes your cold front. That's the lift. That's the trigger to get thunderstorms to develop, and they are taking off now. The biggest storms so far have been up here now, moving into Osage County. We've had a hook on that for a while. It's been spinning at mid-levels, no low-level spin.
Been watching it.
At least way down low. But nonetheless, that's a big storm there that's going to make its way down towards Tulsa eventually. And then we have the other severe storm, which has gone up on the southeast sides of Ponca City, which is quickly now also moving back into Osage County. So there's your cold front, right? Showers and thunderstorms are going up, some now in eastern Kingfisher County, western Logan County. We'll see what that does. Jeremy's going to get in on that. And then the main line running from O'Keene back down west of Hitchcock, back down to Custer City. These are moving east-southeast at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Right now, these are not severe, but they're going to get stronger. Right now, they're going to produce some small hail and gusty winds. Right now, hail sizes are mainly nickel and dime, but I think that'll change. So here's Oklahoma City. These are still to our northwest, so again, moving into the metro between basically about 6 to 7 o'clock, it looks like, and then moving out at about 8 o'clock. So coming up in weather, ongoing and evening severe storms. That's the big story here. And then weekend rain and storms, some severe weather. It could be a great rain over the weekend. What about your Mother's Day forecast coming up? Amanda, back to you.
All right, David, we'll talk to you in just a few minutes. We need to update everybody to breaking news now. 2 Purcell schools, the junior high and the high school, had to be evacuated this afternoon following a bomb threat at the high school. Police believe this could be related to swatting calls that were reported all across the nation today. We have News 9's Micah Wilson live near the high school. Micah, what's the response looking like at this hour?
Right now, Amanda, those Those crews have all cleared out, but earlier today when we first arrived here, you had plenty of crews from game wardens to the McLean County Sheriff's Office, Purcell Police, Purcell Fire, OSBI, and even the bomb squad here. Not too long ago, I actually spoke with a junior high student who says he saw officers walk in with their guns as he was rushed out of the building, and that was the main thing that crews wanted to do, is keep the students and staff safe. They also blocked off the roads going into the school as they were to evacuate them and even bus them to a nearby location. We are told that the bomb threat call came into Purcell High School at around 12:50 this afternoon.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rotation that we're watching.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 192, effective at 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Oklahoma: Creek, Lincoln, Logan, Noble, Pawnee, and Payne. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watched area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for west central Osage County in northeastern Oklahoma, north central Pawnee County in northeastern Oklahoma, until 4:30 p.m. Central
5 inches size hail.
4:02 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A severe
Here's the time right here.
9 miles west of
4:42 p.m. right here.
30 miles an hour. Expected hazards include ping pong ball size hail at 60 miles an hour wind gusts. This is a radar indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations here near the path include Fairfax, Ralston, Burbank. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Kia and northeastern Noble counties is canceled. The storm which prompted the warnings has moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds are still possible with this thunderstorm. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 192, effective at 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Oklahoma: Creek, Lincoln, Logan, Noble, Pawnee, and Payne. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including
This could be one of those days. It could be mostly wind and some large hail today. That's what's the main concern. You might see an isolated tornado. This is like a slight risk. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from this.
internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for west central Osage County in northeastern Oklahoma, north central Pawnee County in northeastern Oklahoma, until 4:30 p.m. Central.
Ponca City, north side of town. There's
Ponca City, north side of town.
Hailstone there. All right, so more storms developing right now. They will make it into Oklahoma City. What will they do when they get here? When do they arrive? And get ready, half the weekend looks wet. Which half? Well, we see more severe weather. Your forecast coming up.
We're just gonna get development over here by Guthrie. You're watching now.
Make it iconic. Make it O'Connor.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor. If you're looking for commercial equipment, Toro has what you need. Toro offers a complete line of commercial walk mowers, standers, zero-turn mowers, and more.
This storm by Guthrie, a little bit below severe limits. Could be severe anytime.
Government, first responders, military, and more. Ask about O'Connor's exclusive 48-hour express service and free loaner program that eliminates downtime. For a guaranteed low price and award-winning service, shop O'Connor's by Quail Springs Mall.
Hey, Jay.
Things are starting to develop, and that's just the start of what's to come.
Oh, we've had some big hail up in K County, golf ball size hail, and the line is just beginning to kind of take off to the north and west of Oklahoma City, and then that will scoot into the metro. It's not going to be an all-evening thing of severe weather here in Oklahoma City. We're going to have a line of storms come in. They'll move in. They'll produce some wind, a little bit of hail, and then they're going to move out. All right, so if you have any late afternoon plans here in the metro between about 5:30 and about 7:30, just, stay weather aware. Realize that you might get some hail on that car if you leave it outside, okay? Trackers are out. Army of trackers. They're out doing what they do. And that is hunting down severe weather. It's been a quiet day so far. We're going to wrap it up just a bit. That's what we're doing right now. All right, let's get you here. And there you go. There's your severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. It does include Oklahoma City. We have some severe storms up into far northern Oklahoma. These have gone up. This is the supercell in here. It is rotating, but the low-level winds are very weak. They're anemic, and they're what we call veered. So not a tornado in this, but it is producing some large hail, damaging wind. That's the storm that produced the golf ball size in the city I was showing you. Another storm has kind of come in behind it here, and that'll keep moving off to the east. But there's your cold front right here. Clearly, easily showing up, right? And scattered showers and thunderstorms along that. None of these are severe right now, but as they move farther south and east the next couple of hours, they're going to get a little bit stronger. So right now the strongest cell is going to be west of Hitchcock, northwest of Watonga, another cell near Custer City, back near Arapahoe. So they're all going to keep sliding down to the southeast. Crescent storm's gone up, and it's up, it's down, it's up right now. That's going to try to head up towards Mulhall and Orlando. But the storms out west, pretty intense. Quite a bit of lightning and thunder. Right now, winds in here are going to be 40 to 50 with some nickel and dime size hail. And let's look at hail sizes. Yeah, nickel and dime size hail right now northwest of Watonga and also north of Crescent with that cell right there. So not quite severe, but they certainly could become severe. We have just enough moisture and heat in place. There's your Crescent storm. It's going to head over towards Mulhall. Some nice rains in that. Jeremy's right there looking right at it. And then this whole line is going to fill in. So the whole line makes its way into Oklahoma City. We'll do Clinton at about 420, Kingfisher 442, El Reno 538, Edmond at about 540, Oklahoma City downtown 615, 630. We'll do Tinker Air Force Base at about 630 and more at about 635, Norman at about 650. Okay, so not really a tornado threat. The low-level winds are just what we call, they're jacked up, which is a good problem to have. But we'll get storms, and they're going to get stronger that produce, again, large hail, damaging winds, nickel and dime, quarter, maybe a few more golf balls in there, winds 50 to maybe 60 miles per hour. Temperatures in the 80s, 90s in the southwest. There's your cold front that is firing off these storms. This is future radar. Here we are at 4 o'clock. The model, this model doing a pretty good job. Let's go to 5 o'clock and to 6 o'clock coming into Oklahoma City, up to Tulsa, and then back scattered into western Oklahoma. And they just keep pushing south. So between 7 and 8, moving into Norman, there's 8 o'clock. We are clean and green in Oklahoma County. These are still to our south, moving to the south, and they just keep shoving down through southern Oklahoma. And then by, 10 o'clock, they're crossing the Red River, and they are out of here. Here's a closer shot of central Oklahoma. There's 5 o'clock, right? Thunderstorms, Kingfisher to Crescent. And then let's take you to 6 o'clock, right across the North Metro. I think, though, we still could have storms back out into Canadian County. And then as we get into 6 to 7 o'clock, the line by then running along and south of I-44, South Metro, back to Coger, Mustang, Choctaw, McLeod, Craig, up to Bowley and Welty. And they just keep moving south. And by 8 o'clock, they're moving out of Norman onto the south, and we will say goodbye to those as we will continue tracking them into southern Oklahoma. So between now and 11 o'clock, storms here will push into my storm zone. The main threats, large hail, damaging wind, quite a bit of lightning and thunder. Wind speeds in here, could see some winds, maybe 60 to 70. Gusts of maybe 70, but I think 50 to 60 is a pretty good bet. And that does include Oklahoma City. And hail sizes, I think for the next couple of hours, we're looking at nickel and dime and quarters in the yellow here. I really think that's going to be the extent of it. But again, 1 or 2 of these storms back down in the metro, down into southern Oklahoma, might produce some golf balls. So between now and midnight, storms to the northwest of the metro scoot in and continue to push to the south. We'll do a solid 80% chance for rain and storms in Oklahoma City. Lows tonight, 50s, 60s, 40s in the northwest when the air is really dry. Highs tomorrow back up into the 80s. Cold front dry line out west.
87 Stillwater.
Tomorrow afternoon, a few isolated storms into western Oklahoma and the Panhandle take off. And then tomorrow evening, thunderstorms in the west, the northwest. Some of these will be strong to severe. Slight chance for showers and storms in Oklahoma City tomorrow evening. So late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, I-35 westward, a few isolated storms possible. I think the higher chance there will be in the northwest. And then as we get into tomorrow night, early Sunday morning, storms spreading. And look at the chance of rain tomorrow night into your Sunday morning, about as high as you can get. We're counting on this next big wave of rain and storms to move in. And then by Sunday afternoon, chance of rain begins to drop off. We'll do a high of 70 Sunday. Next week, 70s and 80s. You might see more severe weather by the end of next week and that following weekend. Here we go. Amanda, back to you.
Definitely need the rain. David, thank you very much. It is Fashion Friday. Who has some windy weather must-haves? Yes, accessories for the month of May as well. And also helpful tools to keep kids from worrying about severe weather after this break.
A car accident that happened in 3 seconds shouldn't disrupt your life or cause lifelong pain. That's why you need an auto injury expert. Have a quick click today for a same-day exam with no out-of-pocket costs. Call 943-0303.
For a fence like no other, contact Fence Masters. We show our commitment to excellence in the use of
building. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 4:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for West Central Osage and North Central.
Storm's heading wet for us. Severe now.
At 4:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles west of Fairfax, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard: ping-pong ball-sized hail at 60 miles an hour with gusts. This is radar-indicated threat. Impact: people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations in or near the path include Fairfax, Ralston, Burbank. This storm is producing large hail. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 192, effective until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Oklahoma: Creek, Lincoln, Logan, Noble, Pawnee, and Payne. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen to later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Kingfisher County in central Oklahoma, southwestern Noble County in northern Oklahoma, northern Logan County in central Oklahoma, southwestern Payne County in central Oklahoma, until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southwest Payne County.
Moving east at 15 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail.
Quarter-size hail, 60 miles per hour winds.
444 County Traffic. 424, go ahead. Queen X-ray Union 288, Youngstown Fairgrounds, east of.
Look at that one. That one looking kind of.
Clear, 424. Youngstown Union, east of. Clear, 418.
stay safe from hail.
Okay, check on the camper. Heater, water hose, little panel. Been a while since I've been in here. The wind gauge is up. The data's not working. Pair of glasses. That's one of my glasses, huh? I'm never leaving them here. Wind's blowing from crazy. We have a south wind. Flood, lightning, elevated.
A little bit to the 70s. One that I loved. No, I'm glad you mentioned that because that is another little trend.
Okay, for the apple shape.
Apple shape.
For pear shape?
This is actually apple too. Okay, so you want to do something that's going to take your eye away from the midsection. So if you can do something that has some little gold accents, it could be ruffles. It could be anything that's going to elevate the eyes to go up. Then it's going to take it away from the midsection. So this is a tankini, which is great too because if you do gain weight around your waist, then that's incredible because it's not going to be fitted. Right. And it's going to make you feel comfortable.
And if you're going to wear it all day, that makes it very easy if you have to change,
yes,
the restroom.
Yeah.
That's just very practical right there.
Absolutely. Okay, so for the pear-shaped girls, which is me, those are people who normally gain weight in your hips and in your legs, okay? So if you are a pear-shaped person, one of the biggest things you're going to look for is a skirted swimsuit. It's going to just give you a little bit more coverage around your hips and your thighs, which is where you're probably like the most self-conscious about. If you can see the cutouts right here, you're going to see that all over swimwear, all over everywhere this summer. And again, on this one, they added the little gold to this because it's going to elevate the eye up.
And it elevates the look.
Absolutely. And not only, a skirted swimsuit does not have to be grandma looking. There are cute trends.
You can wear that one piece.
Yes. And one piece is really trending in fashion right now. It's all over market.
Now you see the textures too. I know we don't see it here, but that's something we're going to be watching.
Yes, so you guys are going to see all kinds of textures. Super, super fun. Just all over, one piece, two piece, everything. That too is another trend that you're going to see. It really does camouflage many flaws.
Okay, black always works.
Black always works, which normally I go with the brights, but actually I was like, okay, this one's so fun. All of these swimsuits are around $30 on Amazon.
Let's see.
I posted the links on Facebook and Instagram, so you guys can go to my page and you can go shopping.
Isn't that great when things look more expensive than they really are?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Great stuff getting us ready for this spring, this summer. It's going to be fun. We know it. Courtney, thank you. But right now we got to talk about some severe weather out there. Dave?
I think I have the same suit on the right except in yellow.
That's a little cute on you too.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, we're talking about severe storms now ramping up along the cold front. These are about ready to move into and then through the Oklahoma City area. They're going to come in from the north, right now coming in from the west, not coming in from the southwest. They're not tornadic, okay? They're going to be producing some winds 50 to 60, maybe a gust of 70, and some nickel and dime quarter-size hail, and maybe some golf balls. Not everyone's going to get
17, you're called priority 1 for braking problems.
Breathing bumps.
Thunder, and might have some power bumps and some power outages. Okay, let's go to Kyle Wilson, Kyle and Ron, and Kyle, he's on the storm back to the northwest of us here that's going to make it into the metro. It's almost here. Go ahead, Kyle, up near Omega, Watauga, and you got hail and you got wind. Go ahead.
Yeah, David, we're just south of Omega, I believe, last few miles south of the highway. We've been taking 60 to 65 mile an hour winds, and we've had a lot of downsides and a few quarters mixed in. Right next to me, the hail's actually covering the ground. So this is going to be a pretty destructive hailstorm as it moves to the south and to the east. David, back to you.
Exactly, and that's going to be into the West Metro. Okay, so here we go. Let's get to it here. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock tonight for, again, severe storms producing large hail damaging wind. Once this line moves by you, that's it. Okay, so this is not going to be an all-evening thing. The line's going to move through, moving southeast at about 30 miles per hour. This storm produced golf ball size hail earlier in Ponca City. It's now into Osage County, but additional storms keep firing up here and north of Marlin. So we'll see what they do. We're tracking that. Here's our main line right here running from Clinton to Guthrie. The line, at least in spots, when these storms ramp up, they're severe, moving southeast at about 30 miles per hour. And that storm north of Guthrie is severe between Guthrie and Mulhall. The other severe storm now northwest of Okarche. And that's going to be the storm right in here that's going to move right across the Oklahoma City area with large hail, damaging wind. Not for everybody, but we'll have pockets of nickels and dimes and quarters and some golf balls in there. And then the line not quite severe out near Hydro, Weatherford, and Clinton. A little bit weaker on that western flank, at least for now. So here's Guthrie. Severe storm now just north of Guthrie coming into Langston, between Langston and Mulhall. Moving easterly, east-southeast at about 30-35 miles per hour. The crescent storm is fairly weak right now. And then the other severe storm taking off again south of Dover. That's going up. But the one that, again, Kyle's on is back here near Omega. Brandon's off to the south. And this is a big cell here. This is going to come right down Northwest Highway through northern Canadian County right into the heart of Oklahoma City. That is what scoots across the entire Oklahoma City area with the threat of damaging wind and hail and a lot of lightning and thunder. And then back to the west, west of Weatherford, not quite severe, but some small hail, gusty winds, and these could become and probably will become severe as well, like the rest of them, right? So pockets of big hail, nickels and dimes and quarters. Biggest hail is that Omega storm, showing golf balls right now west of Kingfisher, and doing a storm track on this whole line, scooting across the city. Edmond at about 5:11. Okay, that's downtown Edmond. El Reno, 5:14. We'll do Chandler, basically at about 5:33. We'll do Tinker at about 5:52. And Newcastle at about 6 o'clock. Norman at about 6:20. So sliding southeast again at about 30 miles per hour. So again, not everybody in the metro is going to have severe weather. We're all going to get rain, but pockets of nickel, dime, quarter up to golf ball, and pockets of wind 50 to 60 miles per hour. Okay, here we go. Temperatures in the 80s. There's your cold front firing off these storms. This is future radar. There's 6 o'clock. The model is doing a pretty good job of severe storms running from central into northeastern Oklahoma. And then, folks, by 8 o'clock, it is running from Norman over to Henrietta, over to near Shawnee and Seminole. This whole line is quickly pushing off to the south at a high rate of speed. We're talking 30, 35 miles per hour. A little closer shot of the metro. There's 5 o'clock. We're just about there, right? Take you through to 6 o'clock, coming into the metro area. And then as we get through the 7 to 8 o'clock, there's 7 o'clock, South Metro, everything again pushing to the south. So it moves in, it moves out. This will not last, I promise, all evening long by 8 o'clock and south of the metro. So storms in here, strong to severe like they are, up to Black Ball size hill, up to winds 60 to 70 miles per hour. With this line, winds in here 50 to 60, there might be a gust of the blue to maybe 70, but I think 50 to 60 to 65 is a good bet. Nickel, dime, quarter, and a zone in here showing maybe some golf balls. Chance of showers and storms, 80, 90, 100% for Oklahoma City. It's about as high as you can get coming in the next hour, starting, lasting till about 7 to 7:30 as it moves in from the northwest. Lows tonight in 50s and 60s, highs tomorrow, 80s, and guess what? Thunderstorms out west tomorrow go up late in the day. They increase tomorrow evening, and then some of these will be strong to severe in the west starting. Main spray up large hail, damaging wind, and then tomorrow night into early Sunday morning, what looks to be another wave of rain and storms. Look at the chance of rain tomorrow night. Man, I love it. This looks great. Right now, Saturday looks mainly dry during the day for Oklahoma City, but Sunday does not look dry. It looks wet in the morning with even some showers hanging around Sunday afternoon. I know Sunday is Mother's Day. Next week, big warm-up, more severe weather in about 8 to 9 days. Amanda, back to you.
All right, David, we'll be watching it. Coming up, many Americans are still struggling to find work despite the latest jobs report beating expectations. What's causing the holdup ahead at 4 o'clock? And next at 5, a hoax bomb threat evacuates 2 Purcell schools. We'll check back in with our crew live at the scene. Also, Governor Stitt responds to a multi-county grand jury report. What it alleges the governor did for a close friend's wife, coming up. Life doesn't always give you a heads up.
1 minute, everything's normal. The school drop off, the grocery list, the drive to work.
And the next, something unexpected.
Maybe it's a traffic jam.
Maybe it's something more serious.
Fires is ravaging.
The mess here on I-40, now a disaster zone.
But your locally owned station is here to help keep your family safe and you in the know.
Because looking out for each other is what Oklahomans do.
Breaking news from the team you trust. On air, online, anytime. From Oklahoma's own News 9.
At Casey's, we're too nice to say no. That's why we said yes to delivering pizza and delivering people to the pizza.
Pizza time. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. Buy any large single-topping pizza, get any large single-topping pizza.
And that's because there's still more job seekers than open positions. Right now, 7.2 million Americans are unemployed, with hiring slowing in recent months.
There's a lot of uncertainty at companies, so they're not hiring as much. So there aren't as many places to apply to. And then the competition, because some people might have lost their job, it's crowded.
Career coaches say to start with networking and also getting up to speed with AI in your field so that you're at the front of the line. They also say patience is key. It may take several months to land a new role. President Trump's latest 10% tariffs are ruled invalid by the U.S. Court of International Trade.
Oklahoma, southwestern Payne County in central Oklahoma until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 4:54 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Iroquois to 3 miles west of Lincoln, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and $50 hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Perkins, Lakestead, Tryon, Ripley, Agra, Coyle, Mohall, Meridian, and Parkland. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time for central Logan and southwestern Payne counties. At 4:43 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles south of Mohall, moving east at 15 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Lakestead, Coyle, and Mulholland. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 192. The National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Osage County in northeastern Oklahoma, north central Pawnee County in northeastern Oklahoma until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 4:56 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles west of Winona, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Another severe thunderstorm was located near Fairfax, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and $half-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations in or near the path include Pawhuska, Hominy, Fairfax, Winona, Ralston, Burbank, Pershing, L.N.C.O.W.A.F. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Your thunderstorm was located near Fairfax, moving east at 25 miles an hour.
And they got a cat out there laying down. That's what it looks like. Currently my location. So I'm south east of Stillwater. I'm looking towards Perkins right now. Get a little bit of thunder. I had a couple sprinkles just a second ago. Flag, blue flag. Bunny, I hear you. Come here. Hi, Bunny. Bunny. Come here. Come here. Hi. Crazy thing. Yeah, that's what it's currently looking like. Come on. Gonna go inside. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh goodness. So what we got? That's the one we were watching currently. Going down. That's 33. Is going straight. It looks like you're going straight down 33. Highway 33. Yeah, it's moving in. It's Highway 33 is that way. Perkins that way. Cushion's that way. Ripley is like this way. The wind's kind of, you can see the rays from the sun. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. There's the path right here. Agra is heading towards you. Going south of us. Then we got this one right here. It's going towards L.N.C.O.W.A.F City. So we got a couple developing up here, a couple styles.
Currently still penciling on DRB
109 East 6. Gunshots heard and screaming. Wow. Lots going on in Stillwater.
Thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 4 miles east of Kingfisher to near Okarshi, 3 miles north of L.N.C.O.W.A.F, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and half-hour vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Oklahoma City, Edmond, Midwest City, Del City, El Reno, Guthrie, Kingfisher, Yucca. Yukon, Bethany, Mustang, 4 Acres, The Village, Piedmont, Spencer, Nichols Hills, Jones, Okarche, Cashin, Calumet, and Cedar Valley. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This watch includes the following counties in Oklahoma: Creek, Lincoln, Logan, Noble, Pawnee, and Payne. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio. Emerging in central Oklahoma, northeastern Payne County in central Oklahoma, southwestern Payne County in central
Still currently 1021 with the RB. Hearing single gunshots in the background. RB advised not hearing screaming anymore.
Arby's? I think they say Arby's.
3 miles west of Langston, moving east at 30 miles an hour.
It's all this way. It's all that way. It's more in. I'm just going towards Perkins. Not Perkins, yeah, Triumphs and Perkins. One's from the south-southeast according to that gauge.
County 432 information. RP advised the shots are coming from an acre away on the west side of the property. Still currently 1021. Clear.
To the Metro.
Yeah, 5:54 over the arena, okay, 5:54. So we have a little bit of time, and then here comes the rain, here come the storms, and boy, they are big storms right now, 50,000 feet up, big storms producing winds 50 to 60, might have a gust of 70, quarter golf ball size hail scattered, at least here in the Metro. That is what's moving into Oklahoma City right now from the northwest. So protect your car, move it under the carport, put it in the garage, because the hail, at least in pockets, will be large enough to put some dents in the old vehicle, okay? All right, get her Tom Pastrano, and Tom is back to the northwest, and this, again, just rolled through Okarche. Tom, what kind of wind did you have about 10 minutes ago? You were in it to win it. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, David, so Okarche had probably 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, had a lot of small hail, enough to cover the road. It looked like it had snowed. It got a little bit slick for a second. But I got just out of the core as the hail was getting bigger, about dime size, getting up to nickel size. Back to you.
Okay. All right. So, again, nickel and dime, yes, we'll have plenty of that. Quarters, we'll have some of that. And we might even have at least pockets of some golf ball size hail mixed in. You throw in winds 50 to 60 miles per hour. It's going to be a northwest wind. So the hail is going to be blowing from the northwest to the southeast at a pretty high rate of speed. So nickels and dimes, and then some quarters, and again, some golf balls mixed in as well. I tell you what, let's go to Jeremy Carter's shot and I want to show you what his shot looks like. He's on that eastern storm, and that storm up there is pretty stout as well. That's severe now, moving into far northern Lincoln County. All right, trackers are out. They have swarmed this line of storms. Back to Lynx 1, severe thunderstorm watch for all the counties in blue until basically 10 o'clock tonight. Everything behind this line, you're out of it. Forget about it. You're not going to get any storms, but along and south of the line is where the storms will continue to develop. A couple of storms going up near Cooperton and Snyder. Those could be strong to severe here the next hour or so. But this is the main line along the cool front now, running from Hydro all the way to just south of Stillwater, and the whole line again pushing southeast at about 30 to 32 miles per hour, okay? So the severe storm right over the northwest metro. This whole cluster here is severe, coming out of Kingfisher County now into Canadian County, into Logan County. The severe storm now, which is over Langston, is moving east-southeast towards Tryon, towards, again, eventually Cushing, coming into Perkins. Going to have some quarters in that, winds 50 to 60 miles per hour. That's going to make its way all across northern Lincoln County, and then eventually into Creek County. And then here we go. Here's Oklahoma City, Oklahoma County, Kingfisher County, Canadian County. This is the line we talked about this an hour and a half ago. This is going to scoot all across Oklahoma City, okay? With the threat of pockets of damaging wind, 50 to 60, might have a gust of 70. We're going to have power bumps. We'll have some power outages and nickel, dime, quarter, up to golf ball size hail as it scoots in from the northwest. It's now about ready to cross Four Corners, now coming in on Piedmont, now coming in on Richland. And a closer shot, this 60 to 70 miles per hour. So as the front of wind and rain hits you, the winds are going to be northwesterly at 50 to 60. A few smaller storms out near Weatherford, headed down towards Hinton and Cedar Lake, just about severe on those, but we're tracking them. And then two pockets of hail over near Langston. Our Oklahoma City storm, the hail sizes have come down some. They're still looking at golf ball size hail just southeast of Okarche, and this is going to slide into the west, southwestern sides of Oklahoma City. Elsewhere, the hail up in the Edmond area won't be as large, as I think the most intense part of the storm is coming right down Northwest Highway, Northwest Expressway into the west and southwest metro. And looking at velocity data, winds again right along that leading edge are going to be of about 50 to 60 miles per hour. There's your storm track. Okay, these are for your downtown areas. We're looking at Yukon 533, Union City 539, the Village 541, same for Edmond. Arcadia 551, downtown Oklahoma City 554, Jones 605, Midwest City about 605 as well. We'll do more, 609, Newcastle 615, and Norman at about 630, the same with Blanchard. So this scoots all across Oklahoma County with the threat of large hail, damaging wind. We have 80s out there. It is warm. Cold front moving in. Here's future radar at 6 o'clock. Our model doing a pretty good job. Jump you to 7 o'clock. Still moving across the South Metro, and then by 8 o'clock, it is south of Norman, south and east, and headed to the south and east, and then by 10 o'clock to midnight, shoving down into Texas, and we will say goodbye to that, right? But we're going to reload. We'll have more showers and storms coming our way as we get into tomorrow. So there's my storm zone this evening. Storms here, marching south and east this evening, producing the threat for, again, large hail and damaging wind. We're going to reload tomorrow night with a 100% chance for rain and storms tomorrow night through Sunday morning. Might even have showers lingering into Sunday afternoon. Monday looks good. Next week, upper 80s to near 90, and the possibility of more severe weather for the end of next week into the following weekend. We'll take a break.
It's here. We got an edge of it. It's starting to rain now.
Central Daylight Time for northwestern Lincoln, east central Logan, and south central Bean counties. At 5:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles southwest of Perkins, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and $half size hail. Severe weather has been confirmed by emergency management. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Perkins, L.N.C.O.W.A.F, Triumph, L.N.C.O.W.A.F, and Parkland. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6 p.m.
I'm going to go ahead and take him at NCIC.
Extending from 6 miles west of Cashin to 5 miles southeast of Okarchi to 3 miles west of Concho, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Accumulating hail is possible. Locations impacted include Oklahoma City, Edmond, Midwest City, Del City, El Reno, Guthrie, Yukon, Bethany, Mustang, Warren Acres, The Village, Piedmont, Spencer, Nichols Hills, Jones, Okarchi, Cashin, California, Arcadia, and Concho. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northwestern Lincoln, east central Logan, and south central Bean counties. At 5:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles southwest of Perkins, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and $half size hail. Severe weather has been confirmed by emergency management. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Perkins, L.N.C.O.W.A.F, Triumph, L.N.C.O.W.A.F, and Parkland. For your protection, move to an interior room. Central Bean counties through 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:18 p.m. Central Daylight Time, radar is tracking a strong thunderstorm 5 miles southwest of Morrison, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard, wind gusts at 55 miles an hour and April-size hail.
Line, at least in pockets, is severe. This is the complex that's going to move right across all of Oklahoma City with a threat for large hail, damaging winds, and we're going to have some of that in the metro, okay? The storm up north is going to move into Lincoln County. It's severe now north of Guthrie, going into Langston, going to Perkins. Winds in that 50 to 60, some quarter-size hail there. And this is the one storm that's stretched out, but it's going to come right down Northwest Highway through into the metro, and that will give us winds 50 to 60, probably some power outages, nickel and dime, quarter, maybe some golf ball size hail. Other potentially severe storms out near Weatherford, headed down towards Colony and L.N.C.O.W.A.F and Binger. Hail sizes, the storm northeast of Guthrie near Langston is producing golf balls, and the big storm here is showing nearly tennis ball size hail northwest of Okarchi. That's a big hailstorm, and folks, it's going to come down again Northwest Highway into Canadian County, and then eventually that storm producing damaging hail will come into the West Metro, talking about West Oklahoma City with tennis ball size hail possible out of that. El Reno, there's a storm track 523, Edmond 535, Yukon 537, Union City 546, downtown Oklahoma City just before 6 o'clock, and Midwest City at about 6 o'clock as well. We'll do more at 6:12. So just take this and slide it southeast across all of Oklahoma City. Another update coming up in about 10 minutes. Amanda, back to you.
local radio stations for
For that, David, thank you. Governor Stitt calls a multi-county grand jury report politically motivated attacks for alleging he showed favoritism to a close friend's wife. The report says the governor made calls related to the early release of a Norman woman convicted in a drunk driving crash that nearly killed the victim. News 9's Jennifer Pierce has more on the governor's response to that report.
Amanda, the grand jury did not find criminal wrongdoing. However, the report says Governor Stitt played a role in the controversial decision to release Sarah Polston on GPS monitoring after serving only 73 days of an 8-year prison sentence.
First off, I did 0 favors for this inmate.
commercial review until it's now clear. 441 sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Stillwater County in northern Oklahoma, northeastern King County in central Oklahoma until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles southwest of Morrison, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Stillwater, Yale, Morrison, L.N.C.O.W.A.F, Key, and Gulfs. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The National Weather Service.
Corn dogs for dinner. Tater tots with cheese and sour cream. Let's take a look at radar statewide. Let's zoom it in. Zoom in a little bit more. Here's Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City. Southwest. North. Okay, we got a cup of tea. Posh cup of tea. Got the corn dogs made. Now the tots is in the air fryer. Since we're not gonna have any storms in Stillwater, really, not major. No tornado. Stillwater pretty much in the clear. Agra, Stroud, Kearney, Wellston, Edmond, Oklahoma City. Y'all should have some storms right now moving in your area.
Yeah, nickel and dime. Yes, we'll have plenty of that. Quarters, we'll have some of that. And we might even have at least pockets of some golf ball size hail mixed in. We throw in winds 50 to 60 miles per hour. It's going to be a northwest wind, so the hail is going to be blowing from the northwest to the southeast at a pretty high rate of speed. So nickels and dimes, and then some quarters, and again, some golf balls mixed in as well. I tell you what, let's go to Jeremy Carter's shot, and I want to show you what his shot looks like. He's on that eastern storm, and that storm up there is pretty stout as well. That's severe now, moving into far northern Lincoln County. All right, trackers are out. They have swarmed this line of storms. Back to Lynx 1, severe thunderstorm watch for all the counties in blue until basically 10 o'clock tonight. Everything behind this line, you're out of it. Forget about it. You're not going to get any storms, but along and south of the line is where the storms will continue to develop. A couple storms going up near Cooperton and Snyder. Those could be strong to severe here the next hour or so. But this is the main line along the cool front now, running from Hydro all the way to just south of Stillwater. And the whole line, again, pushing south, southeast at about 30 to 32 miles per hour, okay? So the severe storm right over the northwest metro. This whole cluster here is severe, coming out of Kingfisher County now into Canadian County, into Logan County. The severe storm now, which is over Langston, is moving east-southeast towards Tryon, towards, again, eventually Cushing, coming into Perkins. Going to have some quarters in that, winds 50 to 60 miles per hour. That's going to make its way all across northern Lincoln County, and then eventually into Creek County. And then here we go. Here's Oklahoma City, Oklahoma County, Kingfisher County, Canadian County. This is the line we talked about this an hour and a half ago. This is going to scoot all across Oklahoma City, okay, with the threat of pockets of damaging wind, 50 to 60, might have a gust of 70. We're going to have power bumps. We'll have some power outages, and nickel, dime, quarter, up to golf ball size hail as it scoots in from the northwest. It's now about ready to cross Four Corners, now coming in on Piedmont, now coming in on Richland. And a closer shot, this leading edge in here could see winds of about 60 to 70 miles per hour. So as the front of wind and rain hits you, the winds are going to be northwesterly at 50 to 60. A few smaller storms out near Weatherford, headed down towards Hinton and Cedar Lake, just about severe on those, but we're tracking them. And then two pockets of hail over near Langston. Our Oklahoma City storm, the hail sizes have come down some, but still looking at golf ball size hail just southeast of Okarche, and this is going to slide into the west, southwestern sides of Oklahoma City. Elsewhere, the hail up in the Edmond area won't be as large, as I think the most intense part of the storm is coming right now Northwest Highway, Northwest Expressway into the west and southwest metro. And looking at velocity data, winds, again, right along that leading edge are going to be of about 50 to 60 miles per hour. There's your storm track. Okay, these are for your downtown areas. We're looking at Yukon, 533, Union City, 539, The Village, 541, same for Edmond, Arcadia, 551, downtown Oklahoma City, 554, Jones, 605, Midwest City, about 605 as well. We'll do more, 609, Newcastle, 615, and Norman at about 630, the same with Blanchard. So this scoots all across Oklahoma County with the threat of large hail, damaging wind. We have 80s out there. It is warm. Cold front moving in. Here's future radar at 6 o'clock. Our model doing a pretty good job. Jump you to 7 o'clock. Still moving across the South Metro. And then by 8 o'clock, it is south of Norman, south and east, and headed to the south and east. And then by 10 o'clock to midnight, shoving down into Texas. And we will say goodbye to that, right? But we're going to reload. We'll have more showers and storms coming our way as we get into tomorrow. So there's my storm zone this evening. Storms here, marching south and east this evening, producing the threat for, again, large
Stillwater,
you
are pretty much in the clear. You got a little storm over here by
100% chance for rain and storms
Mohawk
tomorrow night
again.
through Sunday morning. We even have showers lingering into Sunday afternoon. Monday looks good. Next week, upper 80s to near 90, and the possibility of more severe weather for the end of next week into the following weekend. We'll take a break. I promise.
A little bit of splatters on the window. That's all we have so far at the studio. Other than, I think we had a few, sprinkles and, a little bit of thunder. But that's all we have so far. Hey, buddy. Why y'all crazy cats doing that in the rain? We're sprinkling here, currently. Hi! Cambridge. Ari.
Capital, again, moving east-southeast towards Forest Park, and right Forest Park, and then back to the southwest, coming into the stockyards, Bob Mills, right over Bob Mills Furniture right now, hail there, down I-235, down Hefner Parkway, and then all the way down to the southwest metro. Still, the biggest hail is just to the south now of Mustang, southeast of Mustang, and going towards the airport. I hope the airplanes are out, because you're going to have some big hail on and to the west of the airport of Will Rogers. And looking at wind speeds, and winds are like 50 to maybe 60 every now and then. There's a 56 coming into Will Rogers, back down to southwest Oklahoma City, and that's going to be headed down towards Moore, and then eventually down towards Norman.
The track's on too when you're ready.
Kind of an unusual shape here, right? This was a supercell, yeah. And again, your hail runs really along the whole line. Just the largest hail is right here. Where you see the blacks going to the whites, that's going to be your golf ball. And like Brandon was saying, just under tennis ball size hail right along Kilpatrick Turnpike right here, which now becomes State Highway, Southwest Highway 152.
Kind of looks like a seahorse.
So Southwest 44 up to basically, up to Mustang Road, and then back down
Look
to
at that
Southwest
hail,
44.
man.
There's Wheatland, Southwest 74.
Very large hail on that
Southwest
side here.
89. There's your hail core, big hail in that. Folks have been asking about a tornado threat. There's not one right now. It's zero. We're looking at everything. Let's go to velocity data.
Okay.
And again, this is all wind blowing towards the radar. The gust front now runs from Arcadia Lake down to Spencer, down to Midwest City, down to Moore, coming in on Moore right now. The strongest winds are coming into O-Triple-C, down I-44. Winds in that bright green right there, that's going to be your highest velocity winds of 50 to 60 miles per hour, right over Will Rogers, and then down to the south, right in here. Let's query some of that and see what our wind speeds are.
It's come down some. It's more, 50, 55 is what I've been seeing, and now 45 to 50.
Okay, that's better.
Yes.
That's better.
So that's coming down. The hail sizes haven't come down. The track is on too, David. For everyone downline, this is moving every bit at 35 miles per hour to the south and southeast.
Okay, all right, let's go to L.N.C.O.W.A.F. So winds 40 to 50. You can easily get a gust of 60. There's your storm track now on the whole line, moving off to the southeast. Del City, 609, Moore, 609, Spencer, 610, Tinker, 615, Norman, 622, OU Campus, about the same, 623, Lake Stanley Draper, in and around the lake, 624, on the lake, get off the lake. We'll do Lake Thunderbird, 639, again, if you're on the lake, you get off the lake. Purcell, 644, and we'll do Etowah at about 653, and Trivy at about 703. So everything southeast at a high rate of speed. Folks, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We will be back. 7 News 9. We'll keep you advised. Popping up near Yukon.
It's behind the line.
Village, but not a big deal. The main line is this, and once the main line moves by you, it is over with, okay? it is over with. Looking at velocity data, winds in here of about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Nickel and dime size hail, but mainly some nickel and dime quarter size hail. But look at the configuration of this. I mean,
Wild
it's just,
looking.
Yeah, it's just weird. This is still part of the supercell we had earlier. Hailing now right over Will Rogers. And once again, sliding down towards Heyday. It's going to go right into Moore. Coming into Moore now, right now, downtown Moore. And then from there, the line goes all the way up to Midwest City and Spencer. Everything sliding southeast. So right over Valley Brook, right over Moore Medical Center, back to Briarwood Elementary. You can see the purples and the black. That's going to be your hail. And it's a crazy configuration, right? Does again, just a little tail here. And then back down to north of St. Anthony Hospital. Look at the hail here. Nickel and dime. Going to have some quarters, right? And then where you see the orange, that's going to be some golf balls scattered in this line. All right, let's get our Tom Pastrano. Let's get an update from Tom. He's on I-35, pretty close to Valley Brook. And Tom, give us an update. Hail core, you're awful close to it. And what have you had on the wind here in the last 10 minutes? Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, so David, the wind isn't too there on 240 and I-35. I did get some dime-sized hail as I was going just past 240. The hail has stopped. There are quite a few people just stopping in place once that hail hits them. They're kind of stopping under the overpasses. Very dangerous, but I'm trying to make my way towards Moore. It's a real slow go here in the traffic, but the core, I think, is just right ahead. I did see a really big wall of dust earlier ahead of the core. Back to you.
All right, nice job, Tom. So, again, Tom is in the South Metro near Valley Brook on I-35, and the hail is going to be just to his west. Let's go back to Links 1 here. We'll talk about the storm that's coming out of Caddo County into Grady County, and it's got a big hook on it, right? It is spinning. It's all mid-level. This has huge hail going on near Pocasset, going to Chickasha, and we're showing right now tennis ball size hail. Let's do a storm track on Links 2. And Chickasha, you have time. You have time. As a matter of fact, Chickasha at 6:40. So you have plenty of time. You've got nearly 25 to 30 minutes. But this is going to drop in towards Burton, Lake Chickasha, Laverty, N.C.O.W.A.F. We're talking about nickel, dime, quarter, tennis ball. You might even have some baseball size hail in there, okay? And it does have a mesocyclone, but it's all mid-level rotation. Right now, none of these are even thinking about producing a tornado, okay? The low-level winds just are not set up. They're not conducive to get that. What they are, though, conducive is obviously big storms rotating 50,000 feet up, doing the spin, dropping southeast right now at about 35 miles per hour. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. 7 News 9. We'll keep East 59. Wow.
It's looking similar to what we had over Yukon.
Yeah, Midwest Boulevard and I-240. This is going to be some pretty big hail. What are hail sizes now? And this is sliding down towards Lake Stanley Draper. Okay, wow, it's showing golf balls. Now we're going back to tennis balls. Right over, again, on I-40, north and south of I-240, and also just to the east of the highway. They're talking about Southeast 59 down to Southeast 119. That's going to be some big hail. This is a pretty big area in here. Okay, so that's sliding towards Lake Stanley Draper. Northeast Moore, prepare for damaging hail here. There is hail now falling in Moore over the Moore Medical Center, and this hail core has come down some, right over Briarwood Elementary, back down to the river here, and then just to the west of Hayden. So what are our hail sizes in here? What do you have in that?
This is now down mainly golf ball, quarter to golf ball. This was what we had up to tennis ball earlier. This is that big hail core that came over Yukon.
Trashed Yukon, trashed Mustang. You got hammered in Mustang, right? With a multi-million-dollar hailstorm with golf balls and close to just under some tennis balls mixed in. It only takes a couple of those and your roof and your car, you've got big problems, right? Okay, so it's about ready to wind down in Moore, believe it or not. Now it's going to head on down towards Norman, just to the west of Heyday. Another thunderstorm is coming back into Mustang, and this is kind of redeveloping, not as strong. Small hail, once again, for Mustang. Heavy rain coming into the outlet shop, sliding southeast. This will not be, right now, this is not going to be a damaging hail event, but right now, nickels and dimes in that. We'll keep an eye on it because it's sliding down into an unstable atmosphere. This is along the cold front. Big hail now to the west of Pocasset, headed down towards Chickasha, nickels and dimes, quarters, some golf balls in there. What about hail sizes in that, Lisa? Those, that might have come up a little bit.
Still, yeah, showing up to baseballs. That's probably overdone. There's a lot of hail in there. Like what we've seen, all of these have been producing enough hail to create ruts on the roadways.
Yeah, like, again, snow. Again, roads have been covered. Right? We've had a couple of accidents from people basically driving on the compact hail, which is just ice. So we've had some accidents where the hail has been heaviest. So when you see the white on the road, just don't be thinking, oh, it's 80 degrees. But no, you're not good. And you can have an accident. Do not drive into hail if it's all over the road. If you do, you got to go way slow. Folks, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back. 10 minutes now. We'll keep it bucks. Hydroplaning or people driving on hail.
Injury, some are not injury, but yeah.
People parking these bridges, overpasses during the hailstorm,
We're just looking
blocking
to see if there's
traffic.
any damage because of all the hail.
I know. Well,
There's a lot of video.
Yeah, if you get anything, just yell and holler and get back in. Okay, so we have the main line now running from east of Choctaw down through, again, Southmore, coming into Norman, other strong storms over Tuttle, back down west of Amber. That storm has come down, it looks like, maybe a little bit, but still nickels and dimes, quarters, and golf balls as it slides down towards Chickasha, okay? All right, let's, oh yeah, look at the hail now coming to Lake. That's the biggest hail. That's still pretty big hail now. Right over the northern sides of Lake Stanley Draper, going right over eventually down towards Lake Thunderbird, up to Wahara, nickels and dimes, and quarters. And
track on 2.
Okay, and then from there, we got to take a quick break, running from Southmore down to just now moving into Norman. So winds are again 50 to 60, nickel, dime, quarter, up to golf ball size hail. Folks, we'll take a short break. We will be back here in like 2 minutes. 10 minutes 9. We'll keep you advised.
From News 9, this is a severe weather update.
All right, severe weather now cleared the north and west metro where Mustang was hammered with a multi-million-dollar hailstorm with nickels and dimes, quarters, golf ball size hail in Mustang. Lots of video. Thank you so much, all the viewers, for all the hail pictures and video pictures. We have literally had hundreds. It's been out of control, and they're pouring in. If you have any more damage pics and videos, send that in as well. Weather team is in, working hard right now, tracking this severe weather as it moves now into the south and southeast metro, sliding southeast. Get ready, Shawnee and Tecumseh. Get ready. It is coming your way. Here's Tecumseh. Here's Shawnee. The whole line running severe from west of McLeod back down to Norman. And then a little bit of a break. We do have the one storm coming into the southwest metro, which is not severe. And then another severe storm northwest of Chickasha. The trend is down over the last 10 to 15 minutes, but these are still strong to severe. And this is the main bang that came right across the heart of Oklahoma City. That storm is a storm that hammered Mustang and Yukon, went right over Lake Stanley Draper, over to Stella now, moving into Stella shortly. Anywhere along this line, from McLeod to Stella, to Lake Thunderbird, down to Norman, winds 50 miles per hour, might get a gust of 60, and hail sizes in here, nickel and dime. Talking about what could be, yeah, there it is, a little bit of a downburst, a microburst, right there.
Tom's close.
What's that?
Tom is close.
Yeah, Tom is almost in it. Let's go back to Tom Pastrano here. And Tom, he's going east on Indian Hills Road. Tom might have a downburst developing just to your east. And what's your wind right there as you make your way east? You're almost in it. You want to have some hail here coming up as well. Radar's still showing big hail over you or just to your east. Go ahead, Tom. Give us an update now on the eastern, southeastern sides of Moore, northeastern sides of Norman. Go ahead.
Yeah, David, so I'm just now getting into the heavier part of the storm. My winds aren't that strong here yet. The rain is definitely picking up. The hail is getting a little bit larger. But I haven't got into that wind or that main hail core just yet. Just talked to my wife. She's just stopping me on Franklin, heading home from work. She's getting some pretty big hail and wind where she's at, but just trying to get back in it. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, Tom, you're right on the outside. You're right in the thick of it. So let me show you where Tom is. Okay, so you can see the hail hitting the windshield there, backing off. Let's go to Links 1, and he's right here, coming down Indian Hills Road, right? He's making his way off to the east. He's going to get in the hail. It's happening right now. He's getting back in on that. And then the hail goes down through Tecumseh Road, and then it kind of snakes back to southeast 49th Street, Here's the Twin Lakes radar right there. Lake Stanley Draper is here. You had hail. We're right over the lake. Now we're back to our live, next gen live. And the purple and the black, this is all hail in here. Some of it's small, a lot of it's small. Nickels and dime size hail with some quarters mixed in. And we're still getting a couple of pockets down here where we have at least golf ball size hail. Where's that, Lace?
Tecumseh and 36.
Tecumseh and 36, and this is Franklin, right?
Yes.
So between Franklin and Tecumseh Road in southeast 36, that's big hail. Gosh, that's real big hail. That's going to be at least golf ball.
See, that would be where the golf ball, the tennis ball size is east of the OU campus.
Yeah.
And it's headed over towards Lake Thunderbird.
Yeah, it's going to go right into East Norman. So, yeah, Norman misses out on the big hail completely. You're having rain in Norman, some small hail, North Airport, on the north side of town, small hail. But the bigger hail is going to be off to your north and east, going down towards Franklin. Lake Thunderbird, you always get hail down there, so count on it. It'll come in from the northwest, going over Franklin, and then over Little Axe, Lake Thunderbird, across Highway 9, head down towards Macomb and Trivy and Tecumseh and Shawnee. Okay, we'll get you a storm track coming up. Let's jump back in here. Thunderstorm over O.C.C. It is now severe again, but I'll tell you what, it's low and severe. Back to Newcastle, and Brandon's right there. And then from there, back to Middleburg, and then all the way back. This storm here, it's gone up. It was big, producing big hail. It kind of came down some, and now it's back up. That's a super thing. You see the hook on it. The hail core is going to go on and or just west of Chickasha. And we're looking at tennis ball size hail with that. Again, as it slides down to the south-southeast towards Chickasha, towards N.C.O.W.A.F, okay? And then we get a little bit of a break. The storm in here is severe. Now coming into Newcastle. Lacey, what do our winds look like in that? Then we'll go to Brandon here coming up. Brandon's got a pretty good shot.
The winds were stronger about 10 minutes ago with that little burst. Now, what is this, 35 to 40?
Let's see, what is
35, 30, 45.
Okay. All right, Brandon's right here. Let's take Brandon pedal shot, and let's go to Brandon. He's looking off to his northwest, and Brandon's still a stout line in there, nickels and dimes, maybe some quarters. Winds in that line that you're looking at now is about 40 to 50. Nothing like what you had earlier when you had, just under tennis ball size hail in Mustang. Mustang just got hammered. You were right in the middle of it. Go ahead. Brandon, give us an update.
Yeah, David, that's right. So we're just on the south side of Newcastle, coming back north on 62. You can see in the shot that the storm has tried to strengthen over the last probably 10 to 15 minutes. We've been keeping an eye on it. It's got a mesocyclone with it. You can definitely tell by the shot. It's being pulled up into that elevated base right there. But right now we're kind of in the clean air. But what Newcastle could probably expect, I would guess, winds 40 to 50. Nickel-sized hail is almost a guarantee, but probably not what we experienced in Mustang about a half hour ago. But we're right in Newcastle. Going to play with this and see what it's got. Back to you.
All right, nice job. So Brandon right there, he rode this thing out as it came right through Mustang with the big hail there. All right, let's go back to Links. What is Val looking at? I just see his shot. Is he? Oh, he's looking at it. Okay, never mind. Okay. I was like, why does it look like that? I know what he's doing now. All right. Let's go back to Links 1. And we have the one severe storm. It's weakened a little bit now, coming out of Lincoln County into Creek County, Mulkey County, Fusky counties. It's making its way off to the east-southeast, headed towards Welty, headed towards Okemah, and a little bit of a supercell, a little bit of spin, mainly nickels and dimes and quarters. The storm over McLeod, it's weakened some, coming into McLeod, and then the storm back to the west now, running from west of Twin Lakes down to Stella, down to Lake Thunderbird. The whole line is severe here, sliding east-southeast, again at about 35 miles per hour. Winds in that are going to be 50. Go ahead.
Updated the track on 2.
Okay, let's go to Links 2 on this part of the storm now. And there it is. So this will be West Watkins Lake and Fishing Lake, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Moving in now, Lake Thunderbird Casino, 642. Little Axe, 642. McLeod, 642. Noble, 644. Go down the line here. Twin Lakes, 645. Grand Casino, 646. And again, Pink, Dale, 647, 648. Bethel Acres, 652. And we'll do Tecumseh at about 702. So Shawnee, you're going to get wind, maybe 30 to 40. You're going to get some small hail. But right now, it looks like the biggest hail is going to go west in southwest of Shawnee, over Ping, over Brooksville, over Etowah, back to Slaughterville, okay? With that. All right, back to the west here, and looking at the storm back to the west on links 1. Now coming back into Moore. By the way, 1,000 customers without power could be a lot worse. Winds have been about 50, 55, so that's doable. But now coming into Moore, back down to Newcastle here, the wind in here is going to be 50, 45 to 50 in gusts. Lots of heavy rain, lots of lightning and thunder. Little pocket right there is going to be about 40, 45, and nickel and dime size and some quarter size hail now just to the northwest of Newcastle, okay? All right, so the other big severe storm down in Grady County, Bridge Creek, this storm over you, it is low end severe, nickel dime, quarter size hail. Newcastle next, Moore is next, Norman is next with this second storm. Heavy rain, going to have some localized flooding, and the big hail northwest of Chickasha, sliding down to the south, nickels and dimes, quarters, golf balls, maybe even a few tennis balls in that. Folks, well, again, we'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back. 7 News 9. All right, everybody. Well, storms continue in the far south and southeast metro here. That shot, pretty impressive right now. Who's that from? Let's go back to that. I'll tell you what. Let's go to Brandon first, and then we'll go to Tom. Let's go to Brandon Pennell and get an update. And Brandon is, again, down near Newcastle right now. Brandon, what's your wind right now on that shot? It looks mean. It looks kind of ugly. Go ahead.
Yeah, David, so we're right here on the south side of Newcastle. Our winds are probably, I'd say, 30 to 40. Pretty substantial amount of rain falling right now, and then also some dime-sized hail. But it just now started on us, so I think the course probably still just back to my west-northwest a little bit. So we're going to let it take us, and then we're going to follow it down towards River Bend as it approaches the south side of Norman. Back to you.
All right, there we go. Looking good. And let's go back to links 1. Then we'll jump into Tom here. So Brandon's right here, and we have Tom over the eastern storms. We have 1, 2, 3 big storms on the map. Smaller ones up near McLeod. Bigger storm off near Okmulgee right now. But Oklahoma City, I want to point out, if you have any evening plans in the metro, clean and green. This line has moved south. We will not have any more storms in Oklahoma City this evening. We'll have more storms over the weekend, but nothing else behind this line. The Village, Mustang, you're out of it. You're finally finished with the rain and the hail and the wind. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and zoom on into this Etowah storm here, Lace.
Okay.
And a little bit of a hook on it, a little bit of a hook. But again, we've had quite a few supercells today, rotating storms, but low levels have just been so weak that it's just been really hard to bring that stuff down to the ground. We're watching a storm, though, possibly, again, tornado warning in southwest Oklahoma. We'll get to that coming up. Tom, let's go to Tom Pastrano. He looks like he's getting hammered right now. He's on Indian Hills Road, and there you go, tree down, wind damage there. Tom, give us an update. And what's your hail size right now? What have you seen in the last 10 minutes? Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, David, so I'm on Franklin between 46 and 84, and, you know, there's probably some big wind that came through here earlier. There's quite a few small branches. There's a big tree branch here that blew quite away from the main street. I'm starting to get some larger hail now, lots of dimes. There were some nickels and some quarters mixed in just a few minutes ago. I think that's just about to catch up to me. So this storm is still south. It's kind of heading towards the east on Franklin Road. Back to you.
That's right. Franklin Road, again, that's going to be just to the northwest of Lake Thunderbird. Back to Links 1. This is where Tom is right now on Links 1, and that's where that storm is currently right there. That's where the little bit of wind and hail is currently, that wind that's moving easterly. We're tracking it, folks. We'll take a 2-minute break. 7 News 9. We'll keep you advised.
From News 9, this is a severe weather update.
All right, well, better news for Oklahoma City as these continue to push into the far southeast metro, Oklahoma County. Almost clean and green now. Edmond, Yukon, Mustang, El Reno, downtown Oklahoma City. We're good. This is all due our south. Moving out. We do have one tornado warning in far southwest Oklahoma. Let's go to Links 1. And, man, we got a lot going on here. And, by the way, weather team is in, and storm trackers are out doing what we do, and that's cover severe weather. It runs from northeast Oklahoma. Look at Tulsa. They're getting hammered right now. All the way along I-44, all the way down to southwest of Lawton. Technically, this is in Lawton's viewing area, southwest of Lawton, but it does have a hook on it. Tornado warning for this, but what we're looking at here looks like the gust front has reached out and ahead of this. And if that gust front is south and east of that mesocyclone, you are not going to get a tornado. It's close. It's wrapped in right there. And yeah, it's there. If it's doing anything at all, it's weak. It's a low-end tornado at best. And it doesn't look like to me it's on the ground. We'll see. It's just not a very strong mesocyclone. Mid levels it is. Low levels it's not. Look at the gust. Is that not the gust front?
Okay. Hello.
Now I can.
Can you hear me? It is the gust. That is the gust front. It's just it tucks back in right there at that hook. So is it getting outflow or inflow? It's hard to tell from that. But there was tighter circulation about 5 minutes with it 5 minutes ago, and it is headed down towards Granfield. That'll be the next town. Yeah. Anybody, friends, family, live in Granfield. Tornado warning. You're included now, just to the north of you. It's moving almost due south. Okay, so lowest level center part of the house. Be thinking about that. It is moving due south. We'll see if the weekend's here. What does shear rate look like on that lace? There's your gust front. And once again, we talk about the gust fronts a lot because if you get a north wind undercutting, going under the storm and out to the south, you're not going to get a tornado. It'll spin. Shear rate has come down. I think it's weakened. Okay. All right, let's go back to the city and talk about what's going on here. Another little cells popped up near Rush Springs. Severe storms now between Chickasha and Anadarko. Those are coming into Chickasha with quarter and golf ball size hail. And then we have the severe storms in the metro, South Metro, coming into Norman right now, back to Heyday, nickels and dimes, quarters coming into OU. OU, you're going to get it. You missed this first storm. You're not going to miss this. What are hail sizes look like on this, Lace? Coming up, quarters, earlier, some golf balls, potentially. Okay. There's Brandon, okay? And then we have the bigger, stronger storm between Franklin and Lake Thunderbird. This is producing at least golf balls right over Lake Thunderbird. Tom's on the north side right now, sliding into Lake Thunderbird right now. Folks, we'll take a 2-minute break again. We'll be back. Stay with News 9. We'll keep you advised.
The beautiful sun out here in Stillwater.
Other severe storm running from Norman back down to Blanchard, dropping southeast. Little Axe to Etowah, dropping southeast. Shawnee, you're good. You're not going to get any severe weather. This is going to be just rain moving through, and this will keep pushing down through, again, south central Oklahoma through the entire evening. All right, so the whole line, pockets of severe storms lined up, pushing again to the south. Weather team's in, storm trackers are out. We are here. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stay with News 9. We'll keep you advised.
Another look at radar. Slowly pushing to the south and east. Stillwater, Oklahoma City is in the clear for the rest of the night.
Oklahoma, southwest Oklahoma as well, south of the metro, but still some big storms in the far south metro currently. Trackers, they are out, some of them. Yep, we are still in it as these storms push again to the south. The main threat's going to be some large hail, some of the bigger storms and damaging winds, okay? All right, so here's the line along the cool front running from Tulsa down to just south of Oklahoma City, down to Chickasha, down to Apache. That one tornado-warned storm down here has not produced a tornado, but it is spinning north coming into Granfield right now. But from Chickasha, let's talk about the Chickasha storm. It's about ready to end. Went right through Chickasha with some nickel and dime and some quarter-size hail. And it's going to head into N.C.O.W.A.F next. Rush Springs, you're next. It's moving almost due south now at about 30, 35 miles per hour. The biggest storm we have really almost in the entire state is right here. And it's just now to the northeast of the Muldrow Airport. Big hail in here. Jeremy's coming in from the north. There's Etowah. And this is going to be some golf ball to tennis ball size hail. And that, again, pushing off to the south. Let's go to Brandon Pennell. He's a little bit back to the west here. This storm is low and severe. Brandon's right there. And let's get an update from Brandon. Brandon, any wind, any hail in the last 10 minutes in the far southwest metro? Go ahead.
Yeah, David. So we're on I-35 southbound, just south of Goldsby. And about 10, 15 minutes ago, we had Nichols and Nichols come through at I-35 at Highway 9 at Riverwind Casino. We're southbound, like I said, right now, but it's a slow go. We're only doing about 50. It's bumper to bumper. As this L.N.C.O.W.A.F continues to track off right down I-35 towards Purcell. So we're right here with it, though. Thank you.
All right, nice job. So Brandon, again, had the big hail earlier in Mustang, had golf ball just under tennis ball size hail. That's not doing this now. Let's go back to Links 1. This storm here that's going down towards 1F. That's going to go on Trivy, but the biggest hail is going to be west of Trivy over McKittyville. And what about our hail size in your lace? What are we showing now? Yeah, still showing up to baseball size hail. That's going to be a little bit hot, but I can guarantee it. You have some, again, golf balls, maybe some tennis balls in here as it slides down towards Easton, okay? Down along Highway 39. That's going to be east of Slaughterville. This bigger storm is sliding southeast, okay? Let's do a storm track here and cut it on links 2, give you the big view. And we've done the whole line, okay, as it makes its way to the south. Looking at one end, 722, Elgin, 724, Sterling, 727, Lindsay, 729, Halls Valley, 752. We'll do Ada at about 8 o'clock, Duncan at about 8:09, and Velma at about 8:19. Links 4, and to take a look at links 4, and look at that shot. Wow, that's big hail. That's at least golf balls, almost tennis ball size hail in Chickasha. So that is a big-time hailstorm for Chickasha. You had it going through there. So Chickasha, yeah, not good. And you can see all the leaves. It takes all the leaves off the trees, flowers, and things like that. Just really hammers you. Okay, that was earlier. That storm is now, the hail core is now south of Chickasha, now coming in on the L.N.C.O.W.A.F. Prepare for that. Also back to the north of Cement, southwest of Burton. Big hail there. So individual hail cores, nickels and dimes, quarters, and golf balls. Looking again to the south, nothing else for Oklahoma City. Norman, more is ended for you. About ready to end in Norman as it heads down towards Purcell, Wayne, Gwinnett with a wind and damaging hail threat. We're here tracking at 79. We'll keep you advised.
stream it. We'll
underside of these ambles off to our south. Thunderstorms down in southern Oklahoma. They have weakened some. Still moving
Look at
on
the
to the
sun
south. Let's go to Kyle here. Get
set.
from Kyle. He's in that one storm that is no longer severe. Headed down towards Ada. Going to have some winds, some small hail in that down near Stratford. Kyle, great job today. Go ahead and give us an update.
You're right, David. There is some gusty winds coming off of it, but it continues to decrease in size quite a bit. We had maybe just a little bit of pea-sized hail still with it, but nothing too crazy. Back to you, David.
All right, so good news with that storm. Let's go to L.N.C.O.W.A.F, and the trackers are still out. We'll see what happens here, but the trend is definitely down. Everything's shoving into southern Oklahoma. That was Chickasha earlier. Nickels, dimes, quarters, golf balls in Chickasha doing some damage there. So we have about 500 customers without power in Oklahoma County, 100 down in Cleveland County. These numbers have come down. They were up to over 1,000 a little bit ago. Severe weather, the only severe storm in our viewing area is in far southern Grady County with that storm right there. Now moving into Stevens and Jefferson counties, dropping south at about 35 miles per hour. That storm over here, that's now coming into Stratford, and it's going to clip Ada. It is no longer severe, but this is severe now. Barreling through Marlow, going to Duncan next, down to Empire City, down to Comanche. In this line, winds about 50 to 60 miles per hour with nickel and dime size hail, maybe some quarters coming in on Marlow. And then the other storm that Kyle's on's over Stratford. It continues to push to the south, but again, it has weakened. Hail sizes, they've come down. Now quarters coming into Marlow here shortly, and also south and east of Elgin, some quarters to golf balls there, and also looking at some nickels and dimes over in the Stratford area with that cell, okay? Everything, once again, headed to the south. So here's your storm track. Duncan, we're looking at Fitzhugh at 8:15. That's that storm over there. We'll do Joy at about 8:16, Duncan at about 8:20. We'll do Hennepin 8:25, Chattanooga 8:26, and Empire City at about 8:29. So this will go ahead and right down Highway 81, Stevens, Jefferson County. It'll march into.
Excuse you? I told you, it's risky.
Yeah, but it's a risk to save your life.
You're the guy we learned on, you don't remember?
This isn't funny, is it?
Yeah, it's funny. What's funny is you thinking you get an opinion on my life when you don't want to be.
More chances headed into the weekend.
Yeah, you know what, Amanda, today and this evening, just kind of a precursor, we're going to have more rain and storms, yes, coming up this weekend. And it just looks wetter and wetter, which is exactly what we need. The drought continues. We need all the rain we can get. This is our wettest month of the year, so let's bring it on. But we will have a little more severe weather even as we get into tomorrow. But today, man, look at Chickasha. Look at the golf ball size hail and larger bouncing off the trampoline. That's big hail, folks. Damage in Chickasha, damage from hail in Yukon and Mustang, where we had nearly tennis ball size hail. Look at the pool. Everybody out of the pool, kids. Look at that. There you go. That's a problem. Golf balls, the larger than golf ball size hail. Again, that's from Yukon with that big supercell rotating, spinning through there. A lot of the hail was small, looked like snow coming out of the gutters, piling up. This hail will be there overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. Looks like snow, and it was piling up. It'll take at least 12 to 18 hours for a lot of that to melt. Tomorrow, it will melt. All right, as of right now, we still have a couple of thousand folks without power due to wind and lightning and thunder. Most of these now off into eastern Oklahoma. And up top, here are the hail reports today. There was a lot of it, especially right here in the southwest metro. All right, the whole thing began along the cool front to the north and west of Oklahoma City. These storms went up. They were pretty much all severe, producing, again, damaging wind, but mainly hail as they came into the metro between 5 and about 6 to 7 o'clock, moved in, moved out, and then did not stop. They continue to push down to the south. Look at the hail tracks or the hail swath that came out of this thing. Look at there. Boom. Southwest Metro. There goes your hail. Just incredible presentation. And the storms now moving into Texas. They are out, just about out of Oklahoma. The quiet now will not last, right? We're talking about tomorrow. Weekend rain and storms. Mother's Day. Get mom an umbrella. 9-day forecast coming up. Amanda, back to you.
All right, David.
So grateful that they shared it with us.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was amazing. So incredible. All right, today, well, we had some hail, and a lot of it. We had damaging hail. It's going to go down as $1 million hailstorm for parts of Canadian County, southwest Oklahoma County, and in northwestern Cleveland and McLean counties, where we had nickel, dime, quarter, golf ball, nearly tennis ball size hail, doing damage to roofs, cars, everything else. And, man, it was coming down. Our trackers are right in the thick of it today. We had you covered mile by mile from north to south, and it is now quiet. But the rain was good, but we kind of paid for it. At least some of us did. All right, let me show you this shot. Look at there. Hail fog. You're thinking, what is that? It's simple. The hail is very cold, right? The air around it is cold. The air around it is rising into very warm air above it, and you get the fog to develop. And this happens a lot, but you don't get to see it every day, but pretty cool. Lots of hail fog going on. From Slaughterville, there she is, and man, looks like maybe a golf ball down there. So we had some big hail today, no doubt about it. That severe weather now is pushing into Texas. It's their problem. We will have a quiet night ahead. Take the hail out of it. Rainfall amounts today, West Metro, 1/2 inch to nearly 1 inch down near Moore, up near Yukon.
Stillwater didn't get really much.
Of rain in here, but again, you had the hail in
Stillwater
there
didn't get
well.
rain at all,
Really
right?
anything at all, or the East Metro. Northeast Oklahoma, some nice rains today from Oklahoma City, down with that storm. And again, some areas picking up locally 1 to 2 inches of rain. So tonight's quiet, tomorrow morning's quiet. Tomorrow afternoon, the moisture comes back. It'll be out west. Thunderstorms come off the dry line. They're going to move east. Now, some of the data pretty aggressive with bringing these into Oklahoma City and the metro between about 10 o'clock and about midnight tomorrow night with rain and storms. Some severe weather possible, mainly in the form of some wind and some hail. This wave moves by, and then we'll get another wave as we get into tomorrow night, late into your Sunday morning. Look at Sunday morning around here, folks. There's noon on Sunday. Look at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, still some light rain, and then by 6 o'clock, still raining across western and parts of southern Oklahoma. Rain amounts, an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain, even a little bit in the west, but not a whole lot, I know, in the northwest. But, man, this is going to be a nice rain for us in our wettest month of the year. That's what we should see. All right, lows tonight, low to mid-50s, 60s down south, 40s in the northwest, cool night, a dry night, a quiet night. No severe weather tonight.
Compare this to this morning conditions
80s, 90s out west. Dry line sets up out in the panhandle.
that we made.
Here's what we do. Late tomorrow afternoon, showers and a few thunderstorms in the west. A little bit better chance in the northwest. Dry in Oklahoma City. And tomorrow evening, I bumped the chance of storms up a little bit now to a 40% chance after 10 o'clock. I know the big concert in Norman. Might want to have a backup plan. I'm just saying. And then from here west and north, a good chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, I-35 westward. A few storms in here producing some large hail, damaging wind. The tornado threat is very, very low. It's not zero, but it's low. The moisture is just limited. And then tomorrow night into early Sunday morning, as that next complex develops, instability is going to be pretty low. Still might see a little wind and some hail. So tomorrow night, chance of rain, 100%. Look at Sunday morning. 100% chance of rain, except for the northeast parts of the state. And Sunday afternoon, I think I-40 south, it's still raining. At least lighter, but it's still raining. It looks wet. We might not make 70 on Sunday. We might be in the 60s all day. We do dry it out Monday. Next week, the heat comes back. Highs into the upper 80s to near 90. It might see more severe weather towards the end of next week and the next weekend. Here we go. Amanda, back to you.
Okay, we've been warned. David, thank you. Coming up, the
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and smash that bell so you get the newest notification, newest videos, and share us out with your friends and family. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.